Alright, what's up guys? My name is Kieran and this is the best of the web. So you know those awkward moments in life, like when someone walks in on you naked, or when you accidentally forget a girl's name when you're out on a date, or when you're head of a church's child protection agency and you accidentally get caught with 4,000 pictures of child porn on your computer? Oh, I forgot. You wouldn't know about that last one unless you were Christopher Jarvis, the 49-year-old father of 4 who was employed by the Catholic Church after child sex scandals in order to stop any paedophile priests getting access to children. Admitted to 12 counts of making, possessing and distributing child porn images. But the only question I really want to ask is who the fuck is letting Helen Keller do the background checks for the church? So do you have any previous criminal convictions? No, nothing to really know. Raped a child. Nothing off the top of my head. Okay, and you're like totally cool working around children. You're not gonna like ask them to take their clothes off and take pictures, right? No. Why would I do that? Well, you do have a camera and a bottle of body oil, so I was just wondering. Nah, that's for something completely unrelated. Alright, but I've got your word on this, right? Yeah, you've got my word. Oh, the Catholic Church. But moving from the Catholic Church to everyone's favourite group of super scummy motherfuckers, the Westboro Baptist Church is threatening to picket the funerals of... who is it this time? The Norway massacre victims. The Westboro Baptist Church coming out and saying it's because they made a law back in 1972 which improved gay rights. So obviously God's next logical step was, I think I'll wait about 39 years and then send a complete mentalist to go and kill everybody. Let's just send a nice obscure vague message as to what I want them to change. But what I want to know from the Westboro Baptist Church is if all these things that are like plagues by God, like cancer and AIDS and terrorists, how come people in the Westboro Baptist Church still get sick? Is you picketing US soldiers' funerals not enough for your God and he still plagues you with these horrible inflictions? Or have you ever stepped back for a second and wondered if you guys are actually just mentally retarded? Not even joking at this point, just are you genuinely mentally retarded? You're like that attention-seeking child in class who someone shouts out an answer and the teacher's like, oh, who said that? And the child's like, it was me. I was the one who came up with it. I'll take credit for it. But this time, instead of taking credit for something positive, someone like destroys the classroom and messes everything up. And the child's still like, yeah, it was me. I'm such a badass. Everyone look at me. Look how interesting I am. Because of course, this story about the Westboro Baptist Church still hating on the gays leads me on to this study which has shown that men who are most sexually aroused by gay porn are the most likely to be the most homophobic. Using a machine where the person inserts their penis into this like tube and then it measures how much it inflates when it inflates, oh my god. What word to use? Basically measures how much bigger the penis gets when watching certain porn. Found that all of the men's increased when watching straight porn, but the men who showed the most homophobic behaviour on a questionnaire beforehand were the most likely to get aroused by gay porn. So to Fred Phelps of the Westboro Baptist Church, I think we now know why you're hating on the gays. Sailor. But anyway, moving on to the clip of the day, have you ever seen a movie fight scene outside of the movie itself? So being filmed from like behind the scenes or something? Maybe, maybe not, but I'm sure you have never seen one as epically hilarious and awesome at the same time as from the new Batman movie. It looks like gay prison inmates fighting each other and one of them's just got a bunch of confetti and is throwing it about like, yay, riots. I just really want to share you with that because I'm super pumped for The Dark Knight Rises. And if you want to see the full video clip, it is of course in the description with all the other links we have talked about today. But moving on to the final news piece of today's show, 11-year-old Skylar Capo, C-A-P-O basically, who is an aspiring veterinarian and altogether eco-warrior, was in her dad's back garden and saw a baby woodpecker getting eaten by her dad's cat. And being someone who doesn't like to see babies getting eaten, unlike you weird fuckers, she saved the baby woodpecker and brought it to her house in her mum's car, but on the way stopped in a Lowe's shop in order to get some drinks and whatnot. It was at this point, still giving a lot of a fuck about the baby woodpecker, they brought it inside because of the heat. But they had accidentally happened to walk into a shop with someone from the US Fish and Wildlife Services, at which point the person from the services, flexing the only authority that they're ever going to be able to in their life, pulled out a badge and was like, hey, you're not allowed to save that baby woodpecker. Skylar being like, no, I just like saved it from death. And the person from services being like, no, it's an endangered species, you're not allowed to take it away from its own setting. And so they got home and let the bird go, and even contacted the US Fish and Wildlife Services to say like, hey, we've let the bird go. And 2 weeks later, the same woman from the shop came to their door with a $535 fine for saving the baby woodpecker's life. So the Capo family are now going to have to pay $500 for saving an animal's life. For saving an endangered species' life, because it is endangered. Which is funny, because it's endangered, i.e. endangered from going extinct, i.e. they've made this act to keep more of them alive, and are now suing someone because they kept one of them alive, suing them using the very same act. Is all I can imagine them to be doing when they came up with this fine for the capos. At which point I say this is the end of the show, and if you did enjoy it, please remember to thumbs it up, because I need something to touch myself to at night, and if you want more, subscribe using one of the buttons somewhere on one of the YouTube layouts. And of course, that is me out.